Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to an episode of Race Mania here on BeamNG.drive using the Road Atlanta circuit. Today up front is one of the new cars. It's the return of the little Moolark. This thing can barely do 80 miles an hour. And if it gets at least halfway down the pitch, I say pitch straight, the start finish straight, then it'll officially have done better than the one that went previously. And in second place is the second of the new cars. It's the SBR4. This is just a lower end version rear wheel drive, so it's got protected rear wheels this time. In third is the car that needs to win, the Vendetta. In fourth we have the Caldera wide body, and then at the back the Burnside drag limo. So let's go down below which car you think is going to win. I won the Moolark to win, but I just know it's going to get absolutely annihilated in about 20 seconds time, if that. So I'm going to go for the limo this time, if it can keep itself on the track, that is. Moolark there just did a little wheelie. See this nice lead that it's got, and it's not going to last for much longer. Because everything else now is just so much faster than it. Let's try speed acceleration, just in every way possible. Everything is faster than this little Moolark, because all the cars now getting right in the back of it now. Here comes the SBR. It's going to be hard contact already onto the corner of it. It's going to shove it out wide. Is it going to fall over? It's pretty top heavy, even for a convertible, which it doesn't. Oh no. It goes right in front of the Caldera. Oh no. That's destroyed the wheel of the Caldera. The Moolark's on its side. Oh, here comes the limo as well, just to smash into the Caldera even more. And okay, that's actually the limo's on a wheelie, but besides that, I think it's got away okay. Unlike the little Moolark, which is now doing flips for days. Okay, that's very violent now. Let's get a bit slower on that. And then has the engine survived? The last one of these I had, the engine actually fell out from a collision, basically like that. Now this thing can move, then it'll be doing better than last time. It does move, it's going the wrong way though. Okay, so this thing has actually gone further. So that's already a record for the Moolark. So I haven't missed anything up front yet. Don't think so, not yet anyway. Let's get this little thing going again in the correct direction. That's not the time to do a wheelie Moolark. One of the seats is okay. I think both the seats have become detached, but then the seats aren't exactly relevant in this, well, at all really for this. Let's put this now back onto random. Now then, what's happening up front? Anything yet? The limo is taking its time. The Caldera, I think, is trying to get itself going again. Although with two wheels, they're pointing in opposite directions. I don't really see how it's going to be working out too good for it. Hopefully, though, it can work on one wheel, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to pull off the other wheel, the front right there, because it's going to cause too many issues, I think. Can this thing actually get going on its own? The other wheel, it points in a straight line, at least. And if the wheel points straight, which it currently is, then I can leave it for now. Put it back onto a random. It's okay for now, I think. Although it is wiggling a little bit. And the three-way fight now up front. It's still the SBR that leads, and this thing, it's rear-wheel drive, so it can get spun round. Although it does seem pretty planted so far, as every other SBR has so far. And the Vendetta this time is definitely taking a bit of damage there to the front, and will now be taking damage to the rear as well with the Burnside limo on the back of it, giving it a push, which in turn could help it push the SBR out of the way. And okay, that wheel has to go. I gave it a chance to get going with it still attached, because with how slidey this thing is anyway, under power, trying to put the power down, I was hoping with that wheel attached it could just act as like a counterbalance to it, if it just pointed in a straight line all the time, which it doesn't. Okay, that's a lot better. Actually, that thing drives better with three wheels. That didn't, well, it got a little bit of wheel spin, but it didn't wiggle at all or anything. It's wiggling a little bit now, but it should be okay. And the Burnside limo is such a big car as well. The Moolark, though, is going at an okay amount of speed. To be honest with that, the rear of the car just doesn't look very happy. Nothing on this car is in any good condition at all now. The SBR, they're doing a good job of backing up the pace, doing what it can, because it's in the lead of the race and it's doing everything it needs to do currently to take the victory as things stand. There is still a lap and a half to go. And despite all the contact that Vendetta's making onto the back of it, onto the back of the SBR, you'd have absolutely no idea Although the bumper is taking a little bit of damage, not really taking all too much anything. Yeah, the Vendetta is actually going through the bumper there. It's just not really affecting anything. Although this thing is rear, it's rear engine, so can't afford to take too many liberties with hits on the rear. Okay, this thing's having issues again. I'm just going to let it do its own thing. It's got itself going fairly okay. A little bit like that. It survived the vicious curbs, which is an accomplishment in itself, honestly, because I thought it would have got caught on them with how low it is to start with, and then just how damaged it is as well. I'm pretty sure the SBR is in actual pristine condition as things stand. Even the exhaust in that haven't actually taken any damage yet, so even when you push the little Murloc out of the way, you'd have absolutely no idea about it. On the bad side though, surprised it's just held back and just waiting its turn, because it doesn't have to win, but I'm sure it wants to make up for last round. When it had the lead but threw it away down at turn 1, its brakes absolutely cooked and there's a bit of contact. Now it's faithfully got the Vendetta. I thought it had it hooked for a second, but just the camera angle looked like, because the Vendetta is actually slowing itself down and costing itself time here to the SBR. Interesting strategy from the Vendetta, since it needs to be as close to it as possible, since these two cars are fairly evenly matched, although we can just get pushed along once again by the Burnside. Now as they come now into the braking zone, getting quite the push now. Can the Vendetta hold it? Yes it can. Of course this is a lighter car, so it can carry its speed into the corner, gets a nice apex there, because the SBR missed it completely, so that's going to be time gained back. Now then, the Caldera's made it out of the first few corners, and the little Muloc's coming now into the S's sector. So if the Murloc can somehow get around onto the second lap, it will get through into the next round, providing the Caldera doesn't get back in front of it. Because as things stand right now, it's going to be through into the next round if it doesn't get lapped. The Caldera, I mean, I chose the wide body car, and it just seems that with that little bit extra surface area that the car takes up was just enough for it to get absolutely destroyed. And the front three now find each other. The SBR gets a bit of a wiggle, but not as much as the Vendetta. The car needs to win. I've been sent round. Is it going to avoid the wall? No, it's not. It's going to make quite hefty contact with the rear. Oh, that's crunch shit. There's a hole in the rear now. It needs to get itself going again quickly. I hope something drastic happens now with the now two leading cars. Now it's the SBR, which has now got no defence whatsoever really against the Burnside, as the Vendetta wants to go the complete wrong direction. Okay, let's put this thing now back on disable, get it going again in the right direction, because it can't afford to lose any time now. It's already way behind now as it is, and it's going to need to not go around in a circle like that. Anything happened yet? Okay, they're not coming up to the braking zone yet. It's made us a bit more damage than I first thought on the rear of this thing, because it should not have just looped around like that under such little power being put down. Yeah, that's it going again in the right direction. Let's put it back down to random. Get on board now then with the SBR. We're coming now into the braking zone. It's got the Burnside pushing it quite a bit there into the braking zone. Is he going to try and push it out wide? No, the SBR manages to make the corner. The Burnside though gets around turn 1 this time, crucially. Now then, this is where the damage is going to start being done though, to the back of the SBR. Although still you wouldn't really know, because the bumper quite actually doing an amazing job of absorbing all of the impacts and literally everything the Burnside is trying to do to it. The Vendetta, is it limping? I don't think it should be, but it might be. I mean, it's not the most aerodynamic thing in the world, like it doesn't rely on spoilers or anything, so I think it should be okay in that respect to keep going fine. The Caldera is having many an issue. Are these two stuck together? No, they're not. The Murloc, it's out of the SS sector. This thing might actually get onto the second lap, which is a victory in itself, honestly. There goes the rear window on the SBR, so it's definitely feeling the presence now, quite literally, of the Burnside. Now as I come out into the SS section now, which should be the part of the lap which favours the SBR, when it's lighter so it can corner better. And just, well, that's the only reason really, because it can corner better, it can carry more speed through the corners. And with the Burnside brakes cooking as well, if it takes a little bit too much speed through one of the S's, then that could well be game over. I don't know now if they're stuck together or not. I don't think so, though those bumpers do look kind of interlocked. I'm not sure though at this point. I have to wait till it gets to the first corner here. If the Burnside can't release itself, then I'm going to have to do a bit of releasing of the two cars myself. I think that's them stuck together. But the way to test it is to go on board with the second car, and then just and then put it on disable, not stopping. I mean, stopping is the idea as well. So I can just slam on the brakes and see if this separates the two cars. Slam on the brakes now. Okay, they are actually stuck together. I'm going to put that now back onto random. Turn the speed down to 100 slower. And then I just need to start ripping things off. And since the bounce side is the car behind, it's the one that gets things pulled off. And that should be the two cars now separated, I think. Is it? Can't tell. Yep, that's them separated now. The best side goes all the way around the outside. Going side by side. I can actually take the lead here. You go around the outside, and it does a brilliant outside overtake. Where did that come from? Moving the two cars, maybe the SBR was offline or something. I don't really know, quite honestly. What just happened there for the SBR to lose that much time? And just the bounce made a brilliant overtake. Actually, I've never seen an AI do that. Just make an actual go around the outside, not just push it out of the way. So it's only took about what, near 45-ish rounds. I can't remember off the top of my head what number round this is. Although what I do know is the Caldera is about to get absolutely destroyed once again by the drag car. And okay, that's taken out. No, is it going to flip? Is it actually going to flip? No, just manages to control it, does it? Where it keeps itself going now. And just put the power down. Oh, the fuel tank's ruptured. Wait, the fuel tank's in the front? This thing? Now then, here comes the SBR to regain the lead of the race. Just as it lost it gains it back again. And now then, the Caldera, that's well, surely that's the ruptured fuel tanks. Maybe I think the message was just delayed on that. And get this thing back going in the right direction. Because now it's a lap down, it's definitely out of the next round, which we already knew. And with the ruptured fuel tank, it's not going to go much further anyway. So it could cause more of a nuisance if it dies on the racing line, which is entirely possible. Now then, where's the Moolock? The Moolock's on the second lap! The Moolock is through into the next round, providing it can survive the second lap. Now then, the SBR, which is in pretty much pristine condition besides the mirror off and the rear window gone, is coming up now to the finish line. Now then, this officially knocks out the Vendetta from the next round, which now means that this is now the car to watch. And how quickly is it going to stop? Is it going to get out of the way? Going quite a far way down and off the racing line as well, so it might be okay. What's the Vendetta doing? Off the track again. Okay, I think it may have hit the Caldera. Now then, the Burnside is limping, but limping is okay because it's going to get around the track at least. Which is, well, I think the Vendetta is trying to slam itself into the wall. Oh, there goes the Caldera, which actually gets itself going again, for once in the right direction. Now then, can the Vendetta get itself going? Well, can I get it going at least? Take one, don't stall. Okay, that wheel is still attached and still turns. So we're going to leave it where it is. And then again, it doesn't exactly matter because the Caldera is out of the next round anyway. Let's put it there back onto random. And can it actually make it round to the finish? And then the Burnside, well, that's already over the line. That got there a lot quicker than what I thought it was gonna. And then is that going to plough into the back of the SBR? No, it's going to plough itself into the wall. Is it? It has enough speed. Wait, it's attempted to. And now then, the fight for third place. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, the camera didn't want to show it before, but now here we have the Vendetta. I'm going to go for a move around the outside. No, the Caldera blocks. It's going to have an absolute grudge match because the Caldera with the ruptured fuel tank as well. I don't know how it's going to run out of fuel there, quite honestly, because look at the fuel tank. The fuel tank is dragging along the floor. That should have nothing to take. Oh, okay, look at that acceleration! Such speed from a three-wheeled, crippled muscle car. Okay, that was a thing of beauty looking at it from the back of the Vendetta. But now then, the Caldera, it's made it over the line at least. But it is lapped, so it is going to be out of the next round along with the Vendetta. Let's see, is this thing going to have a plough into the back of something? It's going to go into the SBR. Yes, it is, and the SBR, you wouldn't really know. You just had contact made, although it has really rear bumper off, but besides that, it all seems fairly okay, and this is a limping Vendetta, which now makes it across the line. And is this thing going to have contact with anything besides probably the wall, which you're going to throw yourself into? Which it doesn't actually get there because the wheel actually stops it. And the moonlock's still going, and that's quite a bit of damage to the back of the SBR. But now, the only thing left to do now is actually have to wait for the little moonlock to get round, because if the thing survives, it's actually going to be through into the next round if you can get round. It's actually made it almost round. It's got one corner and a bit to go, but the moonlock has actually made it round. Doesn't actually look the same as when I last saw it, because like the other time I just went AFK and let this thing get round, hopefully. And it actually got round, although the hood now fell down, but that makes absolutely no difference because the smallest and weakest car I think I've ever had in this series has made it through into the next round. How has this thing made it? Obviously new heights have been reached for the Moolocks as they go from not surviving the first straight to now progressing into another round. And it beats on merit as well. Let's see, it seems pretty happy going for a few little jumps there. And it beat on merit the Caldera. Has this thing run out of fuel yet? How has this thing not run out of fuel? Maybe it was the ruptured fuel tank then actually on the burn side instead, which makes no sense to have a fuel tank in the front. But well, that still moves it as well. So well, I guess we'll never know which car actually had the ruptured fuel tank. But either way, the car to watch out for now is the SBR4. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you do, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. They'll be linked down in the description below this video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.